Get yourself comfortable for the tree meditation. So as always, just begin settling in your chair, your bed, feeling the support under your bottom, your legs, your back, and just feeling your breath in and out. Again, just to notice, nothing to fix, nothing to change, just learning to be with what shows up. Because sometimes what shows up is unpleasant, and it's okay to be with that and not run from it or immediately think it needs to be changed or fixed. Sometimes what shows up just wants to be cared for. So as you're there, I want you to imagine a tree. And it can be any kind of tree you want, but do choose a tree that has some qualities that you appreciate, whether it's strength or flowiness or balance or healthy. Not a fall tree that's losing its leaves. A nice spring, summer, full tree. But it can be pine or deciduous. Might be one that you remember from somewhere on a hike or a walk or in your front yard in your childhood. And then imagine, well, first just notice every aspect of the tree. It might be green, but notice how many different kinds of greens in the leaves or the needles. There's bark, but it's not just brown. There's browns and tans, sometimes there's reds and grays. Just take it in. And its roots are sunk deep into the earth as its branches reach up to the sky. And then imagine yourself walking up to the tree and just placing your hands on the trunk, feeling the texture, the temperature, the life of the tree. And then let yourself imagine that there's so much life in this tree that you can talk to it. And you really want to experience what it's like to have those deep, grounded roots and those far, sky-reaching branches. And ask your tree if you can step inside the trunk to feel its life force. And then, if it's right for you, just imagine that you can just step into that tree trunk. And as you step into it, you begin to sense the roots going down and down and spreading out and out. And you can sense the deep, dark, nourishing earth, the moisture that it draws, the nourishment from the soil. And somehow that tree just draws it up as it feeds the roots and the trunk. You just feel the solidity, the stability, and the depth. But you also feel the nourishment of those roots being drawn up through you, through the trunk, being drawn up and up. And you can sense how that nourishment from the roots goes up and out to each limb and branch, and out to the leaves or the needles and the pine cones. And you just feel that extending and reaching. And as those branches, leaves, or needles reach and extend out to the sky, you begin to notice not only is the nourishment coming up from the ground, but the leaves and needles are soaking it in from the sky, from the air, from the sun, and that's being drawn in and down through the trunk, down to the roots. And there's this perfect exchange coming up and out, down and in. And just let yourself experience that with your breath. You can breathe in, draw that from above, down, down, down to your roots. And then you can breathe in or out, whichever resonates for you, up and out through the leaves and the needles. And you feel both sort of that connection, that grounding of gravity and the earth beneath you. But you also feel this lifting, this reaching, this extending to the sky. Some call it a kind of celestial gravity, where we're always growing up and reaching up while staying grounded. It's not one or the other. And as you feel this exchange through you, as if it's just bathing and healing you in that perfect exchange, ask your tree if there was a message for you, something you could learn about your healing, that exchange of the ground below and the sky above. There's some little message you can take with you today that will support your path. And know if that message doesn't come easily or you're not sure, you can keep yourself open and available for that insight later. Not everything comes right now. When you're ready, let yourself just kind of step out of the tree, become you in your body again. Make sure you turn and thank the tree for its blessing and its wisdom. And then just begin to come back into the room, wiggling your toes and your hands. Thank you.